I am Aaliyah and hanging out right here on MTV Jams.
Oh, you want me to see it in your...
It's just that he doesn't have any social skills.
The 90s was celebrated as a golden era for Black culture. Music, film, and fashion flourished, creating icons that continue to define beauty and style today.
She's the cutie on the block, and all the guys are always like, sure would like to get with her.
Who you loving, who you pop, brace yourself with the ride on top.
Yes. Actually, you're falling out of your dress.
But behind the success and glamour, a darker truth lived in plain sight. Black women, no matter how talented, were often reduced to a single narrative. They were exotized, objectified, and essentialized, packed into images that served others but erased their humanity. This was not just entertainment, it was a system that rewired how Black women were perceived on-screen and off-screen. It dictated how they were cast, how they were marketed, and how the world consumed their image. The hyper-actualization of Black women in the 90s was not just about desire, it was about power, control, and the silencing of complexity. Hollywood is more than just glamour. It's a world of mystery, and on tragic icons, we unravel it all. Hollywood in the 90s presented itself as progressive, eager to showcase diversity.
Hi, I'm Kim. What's up? I'm Aaliyah. I'm Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. What up? I'm Brizzy Brad, baby.
Feel all the kind of stuff you got me on right now. I'm sitting up here freezing my butt off.
You dance for Aaliyah? What's your name? What's your name?
My name is
You sort of look. Yo, you sort of look like Aaliyah, though. I don't know.
I know everybody say that because, we family.
You show some of your skin.
Yet the roles offered to Black actresses revealed how limited that progress truly was. For many, opportunities came with conditions. Halle Berry, despite her undeniable talent, was repeatedly cast in roles that emphasized her allure before her skills. In films like Boomerang, she began as the exotic beauty, her presence tied to attraction rather than depth. Other roles such as in Babs leaned into caricature, making her body and style the center of attention rather than her voice.
I'm glad you always notice my hair.
I do know it's the first thing about you that I know.
I said...
Vivica A. Fox, Nia Long, Jada Pinkett, and countless faced the same reality. They were either the temptress, the sassy friend, or the unattainable beauty. Few were given the space to be complex, flawed, or simply human. These women were icons, and they were absolutely talented, and they really fought so hard to create a name for themselves in this hard industry. But the main problem was that Hollywood just refused to take them seriously. Hollywood focused a lot on their looks, their allure, and whatever that would make them attractive, that would sell in movies. And that was very hard because here are women that are talented and they have skills to be in any role that they put their mind on, and for them to just be cast as that side piece, that little character who's just there just to be pretty and just to be calm and collected and just alluring, was something that was very painful. I mean, if you were an actress and that's what you were known for and that's what you were casted for, you would basically feel pain. For example, Halle Berry is very talented. She's very skilled. But in the early days of her career, the movie roles that she was given was very crazy and very disrespectful, because for someone who was so talented, she had to just play and take those roles that focused on her looks, her appeal, more than her skills as an actress. These women were not respected. They fought so hard. Even in the movies that we know them for, these women were just that piece Hollywood put in front of us for them to just be sexual and alluring. Behind the screen, many actresses spoke quietly about their frustrations. They wanted serious careers, but were typecast into stereotypes that narrowed their possibilities. The promise of opportunity often came at the cost of dignity, and as millions watched these images, the stereotypes did not stay confined to film. They shaped cultural attitudes, convincing audiences that black women were either alluring beings or comedic psychics, and nothing else. While film reduced black actresses into one-dimensional characters, music videos created an entirely new archetype. The 90s were the height of MTV and BET, where visuals became just as important as sound.
Lena, your man got some serious skills in the court.
Well, he's my man, so you know I can't be.
Good enough. Girl, you look good.
Thank you.
I mean, I look better, but you go good, girl.
You do. No,
I'm
you're
wearing my
killing me.
$400 jacket with flared collar. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
you.
Okay, I'm off like a prom dress. All right. Call me.
Hip hop and R&B dominated the charts, but the music was inseparable from the imagery, and that imagery often revolved around women's bodies. Thus emerged the video vixen. These women were essential to the visuals, identity of the 90s music. They were glamorous, stylish, and alluring, but behind the glamour they were treated as interchangeable. They were rarely created by name, they were often demeaned in lyrics, and when the lights went off, many faced exploitation, low pay, and little respect. Their bodies sold records, but their humanity was erased. For many young viewers, these videos created powerful expectation that black women existed to be desired, to be pursued, and to be displayed. Beauty and allure became currency, and individuality disappeared. The video vixen was not a celebration of women's power, it was a system that profited of reducing them to objects of fantasy. Video vixens were treated with zero respect. I feel like these women were at the bottom of the barrel. These women were treated with so much disrespect in music videos, and most of them were doing it for money, but the way that they were shamed with the way that they were treated and branded on music videos was actually crazy, because these women were always portrayed in a way that they had no dignity. I don't think I have ever seen a music video where a video vixen had dignity and respect for themselves, and the way they were always treated, they were just these essentials, these little objects that were used and will be discarded after everything. Most of these women usually passed away broke, and they passed away very tragic, because once their looks disappeared, so did their whole career. That's why I just feel like video vixens had it the worst. Please let me know, guys, what you think in the comments section. Do you think video vixens had it the worst? This culture did not only affect women in videos or films, it shaped the lives of young black stars trying to grow in the spotlight. Brandy and Monica, marketed as the fresh-faced teen stars of R&B, were pushed to embody innocence, yet their bodies and appearances were constantly scrutinized through a sexualized lens. Aaliyah, perhaps the most haunting example, was marketed as mysterious and untouchable, yet her image was carefully crafted to appeal to desire. Her career was built on balancing contradiction, the girl next door, and the forbidden fantasy. Destiny's Child emerged at the end of the decade, marketed as both empowered and glamorous, but also subject to the same expectation of perfection, beauty, and astral appeal. Even though the 90s had this image crafted out for these female stars to fit into this Hollywood fantasy illusion that they were trying to sell out, I love the fact that they respected these teen stars to not dress them up as adults. That's the one perspective that I love about that part. I just feel like it was something that was beautiful to respect, that they were still children, which is very different from all teen stars that we see these days. This is just my perspective. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section. For these young women, fame meant carrying the burden of representation. They were told to appear wholesome, but they were viewed through the lens of an image they never asked for. The pressure was relentless, and the contradiction between innocence and desire left many emotionally isolated, unable to truly be themselves. The image of how black women were portrayed in the 90s did not stay confined to screens. It reshaped the way they were treated in everyday life. In workplaces, black women were often seen as too bold or too provocative, even when dressed conservatively. In some cases, when it came to relationships, many black women faced the desire for only being wanted for their bodies, and in some cases, they were not respected, and in some, they were respected. There was a whole opposite polarity in all of the scenarios. The stereotypes reinforced by entertainment seeped into every corner of culture, convincing society that black women's worth was tied to their physical appearance rather than their individuality. This was not just a problem of visibility, it was a problem of erasure. But within the 90s, there were also voices of resistance, women who fought against being reduced to objects, who demanded to be seen in their full humanity. Lauryn Hill rejected the stereotypes with the album Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Her lyrics spoke of love, spirituality, and struggle without leaning into objectification. She showed that black women could command the spotlight without conforming to expectation. The 90s gave the world unforgettable black iconic women whose beauty, talent, and influence remain unmatched. But alongside the glory came tragedy. Many of these icons were trapped in images they did not choose. Their talents were overshadowed by the demand for desire. Their humanity was often erased by the need for consumption. The tragedy of this image in the 90s is not just about entertainment, it is about culture. It shaped how black women were seen, how they were treated, and how they were remembered. Even today, the shadow remains. Black women in entertainment continue to fight for roles that show their full humanity, for images that reflect complexity rather than stereotype. The 90s promised freedom, but for many it came with chains. The cost was not only personal, but cultural, a cost that still lingers long after the music stopped. I absolutely loved the 90s. They gave us everything that was beautiful. The visuals was beautiful. The fashion was beautiful. All the aesthetic was very beautiful. This is just my opinion on how black women were treated in the 90s. Please let me know, guys, what you think in the comment section. This marks me at the end of today's video. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, and when you do subscribe, please hit the notification bell. My name is Unina, your host from Tragic Icons. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and please do not forget to subscribe, and do not forget to leave a comment in the comment section about what you basically think, your review, and what your idea was about this whole video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.